you know, I'm a kind of person I feel that my privacy, you understand, should not be a public thing. What I share with you should not be a public thing. Now, I'm not saying you should not post me. This is the thing. I'm not saying you should not post me. Now, don't forget that social media have different platforms, right? We have the WhatsApp. Now, WhatsApp, they are knowledgeable enough to create a status that can disappear under 24 hours, right? So which means I can post someone today,
and the person is going
and if you come back tomorrow, you will not find the person there, right?
Okay.
Now, what are we doing? They are trying to create a moment, a short moment, right? A short history moment for you to understand, right? So people post on the status like, oh, today is your birthday. I post on my status. Tomorrow you will not see it there, right? Now, social media have different platforms, like I said. So if I go on Facebook or I go on Instagram and I put you there, definitely I am sending a signal to the world that I am taking, right?
You are taking, no?
No, wait. I'm not talking about courtship. I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about relationship, right? Now, relationship, dating, boyfriend, girlfriend, right? I can have good memories with you. Now, my own personal sense, I feel that, oh, if I post you, and maybe not from my part, from your part, right? If you feel like you want to opt out of the relationship, what will I do? How will I expect? Now, this boils down to social media presence and audience. You understand? Social media presence and audience. We have audience. People that are ready to help you count how many clothes you are wearing. You understand?
I think we can let's just stop it there. But I think that generally, what would you call your kind of reaction to, just in one word, your reaction to people posting their stuff online? I think most have already said this one. What about you? What do you think?
I think it's based on your personality.
Personality.
Personality. Some people are choleric. Some people don't even, naturally, they don't even want to be out there. They come into a gathering and they don't want to be known. Some people come into a gathering and they just want to be known. It's just their personality. They hide them. So it's now reflected on social media as well. So most people reflect their personality on social media, hence why perhaps they start posting every time, just because naturally they like attention. You understand? So I don't judge them. I feel like, okay, just do. If you feel to be out
what
there,
you would do.
Be out there, in as much as you can manage the consequences, right? And a lot of people can't, because if you're an outgoing person, for instance, you're bold, you're confident in a public gathering. So if you are showing up, whatever people say to you, you have ability to manage the consequence, even in a physical gathering. You understand? Not stuff of social media. So I feel like, in my mind, if someone is posting every single time, they have
their business.
And they can embody whatever thing comes at them. You understand? So do you? Yeah.
So now I want us to now take from what she just said, like, different people with different kind of personality and what they want to let people know. Now let's talk about we who are the online. I'm not sure if we are online in-law, but some people really post every now and then of their life. When it is good, they post it. When it is bad, they post it. When it is rosy and when it is not, they post it. Now let's talk about online in-laws. I wrote something and said, what's their own business? Some people even claim that since you already post it out, you are involving them already. So what do you think about these people? People will say, this is how you should do it. Leave his house. Yeah. You people should.
What? Like she said, you live with the consequences. You are putting out yourself out. You are now. There's no privacy on social media. Yeah. The moment you put that out, your relationship out, you should expect criticism, expect compliments, because that's why every social media platform, especially like Facebook and Instagram, right, created a special place for audience to comment, right? So people, and now they now give you different kind of reaction emojis, right? So you have the love, you have the surprise. Imagine you post your picture and somebody is like giving you a comment like, this guy is not even befitting, like he's not even your class. You put it down, you put it out there.
So it's the business of the online in-laws now.
Definitely, you are the one bringing your case. It's just like it's just like a court, right? It's just like a court, right? You are bringing your case to the court, right? And you are expecting the judge
to
not
judge
to
it.
judge you. It is what is presented in his front that he will actually, whatever you don't put out, they don't judge, they don't criticize, they don't talk down on, they don't compliment on. But so what you put out there, are you joking? Are you kidding?
So from your own point of view now, so far you have put something out there,
Yes.
everybody becomes the in-laws.
Definitely.
I remember this issue with Two-Face family. Do you know that dragging that, but somebody comes in to drag the other person, and another brother comes up again to drag her, and people now have their own opinion.
Yeah, well, it was pretty obvious that she had come out to get people's opinion. In the first place, you have an issue in your family, and you went to social media to literally write, understanding that you have so much fan base, have a lot of followers. I mean, it's just everybody would be in your business. You know that you are. So I think that she wanted it. It wasn't that. I mean, of course, you post your dress. We are online.
In-laws.
You understand? We say, oh yeah, it looks beautiful. So whatever you feed us, they are going to comment. So I think for the Two-Face case, I think she had come online to share so that we can get, comment. I don't know the reason. Maybe she wanted pity. She wanted, justice. I have no idea. But one thing that I'm sure is that she wanted the attention and also the comments that will come from our public or our audience that she already has. So, yeah.
And to add to what you said, compliments and criticism is what makes you grow. You cannot escape both. They go hand in hand. You understand? So bringing your relationship out, not bringing it out, people must criticize. They must compliment. That is for sure. They must tell you that there are sometimes probably you are not. They know secretly that you are dating you, and they say, I know they post you. We don't go out like. They'll say you sure. They must see one or two things to say about you. Even if you don't post, you post. They must see. And for me, anything we want spoil will spoil. You understand? It's not by even you bringing it out or not bringing it out. It depends on the maturity of both parties involved. You understand? And like you said, the preference and how ready are you to accommodate whatsoever comes back, the consequences that comes back. So you must be prepared mentally, and you must be mature to handle all these consequences that will come back.
So far so good. Sorry, so far so good. I'm actually getting now that to everything that we post out there is a consequence to it.
Yeah,
and so once you decide that you want to start posting your relationship, in-laws are already available to take it.
From the one.
Yeah. So when you say this is who we are, they praise you. And when something feels wrong, they attack you. So both praises and criticism work in hand when it comes to in.
And just to add to what you said, whatever you show us is how we perceive you.
Yeah.
So, you get this thing where people come and show you this part of them that is not really like, oh, our relationship is perfect. They are this, they are that, and in the long run, we see how it goes down the drain. I wouldn't mention any names, we don't know, but so I mean, whatever you portray, number one, you're trying to create an impression about who you are, what your relationship is online, number one. So, hence, in return, you're trying to get people to perceive you that way and give you certain comments based on that thing. So if you want to get you're going to be posting very lovey-dovey pictures, right? Yeah. And experiences like so you want that. And if you want to go and post your both issues in your family, what do you expect? Of course, you also get the same sentiment.
Which they are not even. This is the thing. When you mentioned the case of Two-Face and all this thing, I think one of the major things that is going wrong is in the social media space is the fact that people don't understand that a lot of people are battling with lack of self-esteem. Right? You see, the like what you said, the right to be validated. They want opinion. Now, the moment you want the opinion of people about every issues of your life, right? It actually portrays you, right? Or it exhibits that trait in you that you have low self-esteem, right? Because if you really know who you are, if you're confident of who you are, and you know the things you can do, right? You will not be looking for people like go and say, oh, my husband cheated on me. Oh, what do you think? What should I do? Right? No, definitely. And I still want anyone who wants to have a healthy relationship. Because one thing we don't understand is when it comes to posting online, it has a lot of perils, more. The peril is more than even the advantage. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when you post online, you are putting your relationship up for comparison. Do you understand? Which means that if I'm posting out with a guy in a Volkswagen, right? And tomorrow you post your girl, right, in a Benz. Do you know what it does to my self-esteem? Do you know what it does to your own self-esteem? Why? Because people are putting it out there. Now, look at the people putting it out there. The question is everybody putting out their relationship, are they really happy? Right? Are they really happy?
Okay, I just want to add something. I may take it to another direction. So, one thing I realized is that from experience and from things I've read, of course, I think most times social media is a coping mechanism for some people. And I will explain this. You are going through a rough time in your relationship, for instance, but you have this facade that you want a good relationship and everything. So you come on social media to build that image just for you to feel like you build the fake, now you know the metaverse where you build virtual reality, and you build the fake life, but in reality you're not going through you get what I mean? So aside from the fact that people, you are going on social media to share your experiences to live fake life or whatever, so I think sometimes it's like a coping mechanism for some people, because you can imagine in the heat of a divorce, someone that is in the heat of divorce is still going to social media to do live video, to still show like they are fine,
everything
and
is
I'm like,
good.
what's wrong with you, sis? Like, are you even okay? Right now you should go off social media, try to help your mental health, solve your issues and all of that. So one thing I've realized is that is their coping mechanism. They just like you guys rightly said, validation, right? So if they can't get that validation in real life, if their life is in shambles, it's not really as they want, they just come online. And you see that in social media, people can impersonate other people. They can create personalities that they are not even with the photoshops and all the like. So it's a coping mechanism for people, and that's why it's very, very important that you don't mirror your life based on other people's
what you
life
see.
on social media. But now what we've been able to speak about is that so people, of course, are lying with they use social media to lie. Now it's a coping mechanism. So how would you be trying to mirror your life, or let someone that is just using social media as a coping mechanism to influence your own life? So it's sad, but
so
just a minute.
Do you know that? Do you know that it's a mental condition called neuroticism? You understand? Neuroticism, yes, it's a negative effect. It goes to the brain. Now, when you find your friend acting up on lonely, depressed, frustrated, right, angry, you understand? These are the things that happen. So what they do is that they come online to pour out all these things, and you think it's normal for me to just open up the social media and pour out rubbish, the things going on. Now, you know what you are doing? You are not only invading your own private space, you're also invading your partner's privacy. That is violation of privacy, right? Now, somebody is having an internal issue with you. You're having a problem in your marriage. You are coming online, right? Now, when you wanted to get married, you went to the church, right? You went to the church. You went to counseling, right? Now, when you had problems in your marriage, where do you go to? You were supposed to run back to the same church.
Counselor.
Now you come on social media, and you are forgetting that social media is a combination of craziness and sane people. Right?
Everybody just comes together and give you their own point of view.
Definitely.
Whether they know where it's coming from or not.
This is what it does to a relationship. It reduces the quality of a relationship, no matter how. See, you cannot come outside and disgrace me as a person. You cannot come outside and talk about the things that, see, because the Bible says that the two shall become one, right? So what are we doing when I cohabit with you? Not as my flatmate, not as my roommate, as my wife or as my husband, which means we share secrets. Why? We share deep secrets. Now, because we have issues, you come on social media and you pour out all these secrets. You have violated my privacy. Why? If there's a law in that country that talks about violation, that actually addresses that, I would take it off. I would press charges against you.
Okay,
right?
so let's hold that thought, and we need to go on a short break. After the short break, we'll continue from there. So see you guys soon.
Can you hear me? Huh? Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying?
Is it? So we have this interesting topic we've been talking about for some minutes now, and it is online relationship pressure. Is it Pepperdem, or is just people living their lifestyle? And so far so good. We have introduced the in-laws that we have online, and we've been able to conclude that once you post your relationship, in-laws are available to help you maybe praise it or even to criticize it. So you must be ready. From what I can actually conclude so far is that you must be ready to face the consequence of anything you post on social media. Now, talking about the real topic for today, the pressure. How do you think people should take pressures of things that they see online, especially relationships? Because you know, people are going through maybe breakups, breakfast, basically. Breakfast are being served on different platters these days. Premium, high standard, quality breakfast, you know. Breakfast, in fact, I heard of a story that, and they call it breakfast in the house of the Lord. So it happens that someone's fiancé, I don't know, maybe it's a boyfriend or fiancé, happens to be hearing about the marriage of who she is in a relationship with in the church. Yeah, so people were like, breakfast in the presence of the Lord. So people are going through a lot of things. And, you know, going to Instagram, for example, and you're just seeing, you know, people's relationship looking so cozy and perfect. How do you think people, you know, I'm not saying that should they be pressurized, because some people definitely will be pressurized, but how can they cope with this kind of pressure? What do you think people can do? Who wants to go first? Let's just discuss this.
Pressure. I think pressure comes from the fact that it comes from the point where you don't even know who you are. Pressure comes in from when you cannot really ascertain the purpose for your relationship. Pressure comes in when you cannot define the essence of that relationship. Right? Now, why I'm saying you cannot, because pressure only comes in when you allow it to. Right? Now, I've seen happy couples online. I've seen happy couples offline. Right? I've seen couples that are contented. Because one thing that social media will do to you is that it will leave you thirsty. It will leave you dry. It will leave you discontented. Why am I saying this? Because when you dwell more, now when you dwell more, I'm not saying when you dwell more on social media, it has a way of working on your emotional well-being. Like I said before, most of the relationship we have today, go and check it. The statistics shows that the lesser your relationship is on social media, the more happier you are in your relationship. Because so many things come up when you post it. So you must be strong enough to say, oh, partner, we are going into this thing. We are posting. And remember that when we are posting, not going back. Right? Now we have people who post. People like Pastor Sam Ademi, they post their relationship, right? People like Pastor Kingsley, wonderful. Now look at it. They are posting for a purpose. They are sat down. They are posting for a purpose. The purpose of our relationship is to educate, is to change the mindset of people towards marriage, right? Now this is the thing. We are not going to post ourselves as being perfect. That's the problem. The moment you start posting yourself, your relationship being perfect, that is when people start to thrive into your personal space. Like, how can a relationship be this perfect? Definitely you are calling for attention, and definitely when people like that, you attract attention to your life.
So I'm trying to let us see from the angle of viewers now. Some people are being pressurized, maybe, for example, someone's family now or someone's relationship, they don't really like to go online or to show the perfectionness of their marriage or relationship. But you keep scrolling by and by, you keep seeing this perfect family. You are either single, you just received breakfast, or anything at all. Maybe you just got divorced and you are seeing perfect. So there's a pressure kind of. How can those people cope with it?
To add to what he said and to also say my own, don't let social media pressurize you. You understand? According to Maslow, low self-esteem is when you let other people validation get to you and make them determine what you become. You understand? Nothing is perfect. There's nothing like perfection. We all have our own ups and downs. You understand? No relationship is perfect. So, like recently, you see, I saw on Instagram a young boy of like 21 buying a Benz, a GLK 350 for a 20 years old kid. For example, now both of us are not dating. I'm not saying, you're not telling me, look, that's not your mate. That it brings the pressurizing.
You can see what I was saying. It reduces the quality of the relationship.
For me, you need to be matured emotionally. You need to be balanced mentally. You need to know that comparison is the killer of all joy. You understand? Let comparison out. When you see it, you just be happy. Be like, oh, this is very intimate. I'm happy for these people. I believe you can do it. You understand? Don't let it put pressure on you. That is what kills a lot of people. You see now, ritual in the society is high. A lot of criminal activities is high because of this unstable mentality they are having.
And some people, sorry to cut you. And some people are not really even helping matters with their posting. You know, some people they go to Dubai today, they go to Paris tomorrow, and
most
they say breakfast in bed. They say.
So just to add to it, I'll come with the word of God, which says that your heart is always
diligent.
Part of it close the issues of life. So, you know, when I started with, even before social media, we had albums and everything. So what happened before social media? We had, tabloids, we have occasion, we had magazines, we have all these things that we put. I know then our mother would say, did you see the new list? Did you see, those kind of things? But when you come to a place where you don't have an identity crisis, you are aware, you know yourself, and who are you mostly? If you understand who you are in Christ first, and you will know who you are. But I mean, not everything that goes on social media would attract you, would influence you, because at the end of the day, your role model is Christ, the Bible. And also, if you want to grow, you talked about Pastor Kinsey, Pastor Stan, choose those ones as your yardstick and your role model, read their books and everything, and understand that these are the people that will influence me. I won't let any other person or any other social media influencer influence me. And when you say that it is getting to you, do what I call social media fast. I do social media fast. So fasting is not only about not eating food. Sometimes I just go off social media for 1 month or for some time because the pressure is getting at me. Perhaps it could be, I'm human. It has happened to us whereby you see all your colleagues or people from your university are getting good jobs, everything is going well for them. And you're seeing them post on social media. They didn't mean any harm posting. They are actually maybe just sharing to thank God, you understand, and to show that it is possible what is good in their life, which is very beautiful, no judgment. But if you see that it's getting to you, what you should do is, thank God for them, and you know that as you're opening it is just go do a social media
delete the app.
Period. Do a social media part and go and cleanse your heart and go and tell God, any spirit of envy, take it out. Remove it. No, we're human.
Yeah, that's true.
Every spirit of jealousy, every spirit of envy, every spirit of ojukokoro, covetousness, take it away from me. Because see, the truth is, a lot of things will start influencing. Before you know, you will start thinking of things that you are not supposed to start thinking of because you want to run beyond your time, and understanding that everyone has different timing. So I see social media is a great tool to propagate the gospel. And it's also a great tool for the devil as well. Don't let us forget this. As we listen to the word during the pandemic, social media was a great tool for us to still listen to
feel no more.
But the social media is still a great tool for pornography and all this. So now it's now for you as a Christian to understand the balance. The Bible will say some things are, some things, for instance, are lawful. You understand? So where do we strike the balance between what is morally right? You understand? So it's now then I started with identity crisis. If you don't have identity, you know yourself, you know who you are in Christ, then you'll be able to navigate through and know that when you are already seeing a little bit of envy and everything, just say, you know what, this social media, because the Bible says if your eyes makes you to sin,
block it out.
So if social media is giving you pressure, it's not letting you read your Bible, it's making you depressed, my dear sister and brother, you know what? Sign now. They even gave you the opportunity to disable. Maybe you are feeling that people come and be looking at your profile and see that you've not attained
disable it
so that you have peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
And go and read your Bible or go and read good books or something.
Book.
Or go and watch a movie.
Develop yourself
so that's my
I like something that you said, which most of us really don't look into, is the aspect of recognizing that you're battling some character that shouldn't be, and how you can actually fight them. Consciously knowing that you're beginning to envy someone, put that thing to prayer and say, God, I don't want this. But a lot of time we try to help ourselves. I learned that thing to call some struggles by their name and say, I recognize that this is what is happening to me and I don't want it. I am not this person. I am not an envious person. I am not, we call it by, if you are angry, I am not someone that gets too angry. There's a way you
can even say, I'm thankful for this person.
Yes,
just thankful for the person. I thank you,
just say it.
Say it out so that, hey,
and there's a Bible verse that says, "Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing only the word of God."
Good.
Because one thing is, we have gates to our heart. What we hear, what we listen, and what comes in. So, what defies a man is not what goes into him, but what comes out of him. And what comes out of him is as a result of what he has taken in. Right. So, while you were going through all those media pages, all those wedding blogs, all those Instablog Niger, all those things, right? It's like you are eating something. You are feeding your mind, right? On things. You are feeding your mind. Now, where does fear come from? Social media can put fear to you. It can put depression. Depression. Yes, depression. Right? Reunion. There was a reunion that happened in my district. People didn't go.
No, reunion is terrible.
When they started seeing people's lifestyle on the social media, they discovered that they cannot match up So
don't come and disgrace me.
This man is in America, and me, I'm still in this. I know, and these people are coming up with different things and all this thing. So you are putting this pressure on yourself, even relationship wise, right? A lot of couple are struggling with communication because social media has taken away the communication part of them, right? So we need to bring back that place where we have to put our phone aside, right? And let's communicate as people. Oh, I have a problem, right? You have a problem. Let's solve it together. Don't go into the social media pouring out those things, and you don't forget that social media has a place where it doesn't forget.
It's an archive.
And tomorrow it can come back to
you.
Right?
Thank you so much, everybody, for your wonderful contributions today. A lot of times, we see people and their relationship as maybe they're trying to pepper us, and when we realize they're actually just living their life. And to some extent, some people really just want to pepper us. So, irregardless of what it is, let us know who we are. And when we begin to see that we are getting pressurized by what to see online, it's time to take a
social media fast.
Social media fast, disable, block, anything at all. And if you need to pray about it, please begin to confess things so that we don't find ourselves being prisoners of other people's life when we realize they don't even notice that we are existing or something. So thank you so much also for I've seen so many comments, but we won't be able to read them. So thank you for commenting, for sharing, and for sharing again for people to rewatch so that everybody can really learn and also comment and let us hear their own opinion about this. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much once again. So, and I want to say a big thank you also for coming to the show today. Would you like to just reintroduce yourself again as we sign off today?
Okay, so my name is Etienne. I'm a business consultant, CEO of Usado International, and I'm also a social change agent.
I love that.
Okay, my name is Adedola Williams. I'm a product manager at a software company, and I also own a business and travel consulting firm.
Okay. Okay, my name is Moses Osasenaga Ignosa. I'm the CEO of O1 Lottery. I'm also an interior decorator and practically into web designing, which is in view.
Great one. And my name is Afoyemi Oyebode. I'm your host for tonight. Our host for tonight. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Yeah, bye-bye.
We know where that one is going.